I said, can your buyer do this? Can they offer 240? Because I don't want the sellers to take a discount at all. And I want to make some money up front and some money along the way, if possible. That's my goal. Can the buyers increase their offer by 10 grand? They put the same 120 down, still 50%, right? Awesome, awesome loan. So, oops. Now we have 120 instead of $110,000 loan. And then I said, if they can pay 8%, because I go, I almost know for sure with this amount of protective equity, I can get an investor that would be fine with the 8%. We just saw Barbara being willing to do 7%, but I have to figure it what's my typical investor going to want to do. And I know if I get to 8%, I have a lot of people that would be scrambling to invest in this note, right? So, and because it's a small loan amount, they can afford the payment. It sounds high, but they can afford the payment because it's a small loan. So it's still affordable. And remember, the buyer couple, they are dead set. They are going to have this loan paid off as soon as they can, right? And so that's not necessarily good for someone who wants some income over time. But that's another reason, for a little bit of a discount. Same 30 years. This is what I suggested, or I texted the realtor a few ideas, and this is what he said. We just submitted this offer, so good luck to us, right? And I said, okay, tell me what you actually put together. Okay, so let's pretend this is still PITI is still well within their debt to income ratio guidelines, ability to pay, all that. All right, and I said and they insisted on a balloon. I said, okay, but we're not going to do any shorter than a 5. It's just not good, because if life happens, it's just too short of a balloon, especially for an owner occupant. Okay, so then basically that would be a 60. So this is how the loan stacks up just on its face, right? So this I can buy all day long, and I'm just showing you the back end of how this business works and how I think and the money that's out there to be made. So if I'm not charging points on an origination, being a private lender, I make my money, my points, by discounting the note above that which I know I can sell the note at. And so basically, so then basically, if I have someone come in like Barbara at 110, the seller walks away with the equivalent of a 230 cash sale. The buyer gets the house they want, and it's a win-win for everybody. And we didn't raise the price too much. It's not like we're saying, oh, now let's pretend this property's 300,000 so we can buy this note, right? It's in a little bit of a premium that the buyer's willing to make to get the deal. So anyway, this is just one example. I'm not sure it's fully baked out yet in terms of all the different things we could talk about, but I just wanted to bring it up that once in a while, you can get the equivalent of a cash sale to a seller so they can walk away with cash, even if they carry paper, right? Offer owner financing. So basically, this 110, if I go, well, what's that yield? Okay, it's a 10% yield. But since Barbara is only going to, actually, if I could sell it to her at 7%, no, you can't do that. But, she's willing to come in at this at par. So then I've got, what do I have? What's my spread in the middle on this? There's a $120,000 note, and I'm going to buy it for 110. And I know someone like Barbara will come in and pay 110 for this. So actually, that's not how it's going to go. She's going to pay the whole 120. Barbara's going to pay the 120, right? but I'm only offering the seller. I said that backwards. I apologize. Barbara's going to come in with 120 all day long. She's happy with this note. Okay. And the protection, but I'm only offering the seller how much? 110. So what does that mean? That means Dawn has $10,000 in the middle, and I expect to pay on due diligence and closing costs with the way that we're doing it with this title company. I expect my closing costs to be about $1,500. So there's an $8,500 spread that I put in my pocket. And this also helps me out. Now, not on this deal, it would be hard not to find someone happy at 8%, but let's just say something happens in the market and I need, all of a sudden, I have to give up more than I thought. Maybe I can only find someone who's willing to do 9%. In that case, I have to have some room in case I guessed wrong and I don't have an investor that will do 8% on it. So now I have some room in there, right? I can still make $4,000 or $5,000 and give my investor a better yield. So I'm spilling the goods here on this call. I'm not holding back. I'm showing you the backside of this business. And what I want you to see is that one deal, okay, I had a borrower I was going to have to foreclose on her. That turned into a owner carry plus another note sale. And that turned into, looks like another owner carry plus a note sale. I hope I do it again and again and again, so you don't have to. Yes, I'm a rainmaker, so to speak, but if you get some key relationships going, one leads to another, just like you guys know. Like Barbara, if you're doing loans for people, and you want in with these people, and you're in the game, you're doing something, you get going, then it just kind of feeds itself, right? And you get referrals and look, hey, what she did for my client, and all of that, right? Or yeah, this is the best private lender ever. Barbara from Reno, you got to go get her. So